Good morning, everyone. Commentator back, talking on things that other people are afraid of talking about subjects that other people won't dare to talk about. Today I'm talking about felons and their rights, felons and their inability to do certain things when it comes to humanity. I've seen lately in this world that you got a lot of felons that can't get good jobs. They can't do anything. They're just stereotyped as such a bad person. Now, if you didn't know, a felon can be anyone. Felons, it could be anybody. It could be they wrote a check over $200. It could be somebody that raped somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean that a felon is a monster. Right now, we're stereotyping felons so bad that the world is just getting ridiculous. You can't do certain things. You can't be a family man. Let's just get something straight, people. You can be a felon. Yes, you listening to this right now. Let me give you an example. Your kids are playing outside. Some sex offender, a real felon, some sex offender come by, says hi to your kids, pinches one of your little girls or one of your little boys in the bottom. You come out there and you see that happening and you punch that son of a gun right in the mouth. Because that person didn't do anything to you, you're going to jail for battery. He might go to jail for doing what he did, but there you got a felony on your rap sheet. Whether you might not get convicted at the end, you've been tried as a felon. You go, you write a check at Macy's, you buy a new TV for $400. Something happens, all hell breaks loose, they close your account by mistake. Guess what? You're being charged with a felony for writing a bad check over $200 in some states. Felons, there's other felons that do create crimes, but look at the way things are in the world these days. People are doing crimes by necessity more than anything. Half of the jails and half of the prisons are occupied with individuals that are in jail solely because of a circumstantial issue. That's it. Instead of creating prisons to go ahead and throw these people in and forget about them, we should start identifying what's going on and be proactive in the system. In other words, we should start creating jobs. We should start allowing these people to rise above themselves, even the ones that have been to jail over a felony. How are we supposed to stop this masquerade from continuing if we don't do anything to prevent all this from a reoccurring issue? You got a felon that goes to jail. Yes, when you go to jail, you get the blues and you start singing about how you're going to do better. And you know what? Most of them, because I've been in contact with them on a normal basis, most of them actually want to do better. They don't want to be trapped in there. You'd have no idea how it feels to be inside a jail cell and your entire world on the outside is breaking down and you can't do anything about it. You got tons of people like that. So then what happens? The person comes out. They got these plans. They're on probation. They got to pay these fines. They got to pay all this stuff. If not, they're in violation of their probation. They go out there looking for a job. Their family's so in debt because of the commissary, because of whatever had to be paid or the bills that have piled up while the person's been in jail. They're out trying to do the right thing. They don't want to get in contact with their old friends. They don't want none of that stuff. What happens? Society turns them down. Society discards them. Society doesn't let them get a job. Society paints this bad picture that they've been to jail or they've been charged with a felony, and society doesn't let them get anything done. So, hence, it's at some point, it's going to create this person to do what he or she used to do or knows how to do to survive and get money, whether it's hustle, whether it's sell drugs, because naturally, humanitarily, they're thinking they're in survival mode. You got plenty of good people out there that have been charged with felonies that were circumstantial, but they cannot get anywhere else after that. You've got ex-military people, ex-law enforcement people make mistakes. We're all human. Where in the book of humanity does it say this person is going to be born and this person is not going to make a mistake? The people that we do need to stereotype and make sure that we keep away from general society are the child molesters, the killers, the drug dealers. Those kind of people, the ones that do damage against morality, against humanity, against society. Those are the ones that we need to treat like that. We need to change this thing. I recently got in contact with the governor of a couple states, primarily speaking about the governor of Florida, to see what he thinks about it. Well, the governor of Florida really has no comment about it. You know why? Because it's not important to him. He's too busy getting paid. But the governor of Florida says that they created this incentive program for companies that hire felons, and they guarantee that if anything happens, that they'll go ahead and take care of it. That doesn't work. The governor of Florida is making it so impossible for felons to get jobs that it's just incredible. And that goes for the governor of Virginia. You got the state of Virginia. Once you commit a felony there, you're done. A lot of states like Virginia, like California, they don't care about anything like that because it's such a wealthy state that they really don't pay no mind to that. But what they're doing is they're creating a big problem in the end. Because what are you going to have? A bunch of people that are so hungry with their tongues out trying to feed their family, that and on the same side, they're not going to want to go to jail or go back to jail or anything like that. So they're going to be doing their stuff more discreet than before. They're going to be doing the stuff worse than before. They're going to look at it as an opportunity and say, let me just get this done in a big chunk and leave it alone because I don't want to get in trouble. But they don't realize that they're going to get into more trouble. So this is, my comment right now, this specific comment is to those felons that are trying, that can't get anywhere. It's hard. Keep your head up. Keep going strong. A lot of people say the only way that you'll be able to get out of that rut is by making your own company, doing something like that, going into business or getting hired by a family member. But you know what? The best thing that we can do, keep your head up, stay strong, volunteer in anything you can that has anything to do with goodness. Keep all achievements on record. Keep trying everything you can because this world is not going to get any better. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better, if it's going to get better. So I just want to let the general public know, remember, you can be living next to a felon, but you don't know the circumstances to which that person became a felon. It could have been the simplest thing, or it could have been the worst thing. However, that person's back on the street because they paid their debt to society, and we're all human. Everyone makes mistakes. You got politicians sending naked pictures left and right. That's a felony. They're sexting, which means they're sex text messaging. You got other cops doing bad things. Everybody is human. I mean, we're all going to make mistakes. Anyone. But the most important thing is that we don't make that same mistake twice because then we're habitual. So remember that. Everyone makes mistakes. Anyone can go to jail. You can be driving to work today. Somebody can sit here and pass you up and get stupid, come to your face, provoke you to do something, and you can slap that person and go to jail for assault. It can happen to anyone. It don't matter who you are. You got priests going to jail. You got nurses, teachers, everything going to jail. Why? Because we're human. What are you going to do? You're going to judge them for the rest of their life. We can't do that. We have to create a system that works a lot better for society and humanity. We cannot keep living thinking we're above the law, we're above people, we're above this person's beneath your feet. It just doesn't work like that. So I just wanted to comment on that because I noticed that if we come together and if we make things better, there won't be a problem. I have family members and I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that I know that are felons, and they're the best people in the world. Why? Because they're trying to be better and trying to rise above themselves. If you are an employer and you have them kind of issues going on, give it a try. Sit down with that person, talk to that person about it. See what they say. Because it might be something so circumstantial that even you can get mixed up in that. If you're a church person, you shouldn't even stereotype, period. Because most of the people in church are people that done repented from what they've done, and who knows what people have done. If you're a cop, remember one thing. Your fellow officers, your fellow people, they've been in trouble. If they haven't been in trouble, maybe they will get in trouble, and there's a good chance that you have done something to get yourself in trouble. We just don't know about it. If you're a politician, the same thing. But you know, we have to come a little bit lighter on felons and things like that, because that doesn't mean that just because they've been behind bars doesn't mean they are what you see in the movies. So, you know, if we can all come together on this and create some alternative systems and programs that we can make these felons feel like they're being a difference in the community, things would go a whole lot better. Anyways, the Commentator, nbasin at AOL.com, NBASIN. God bless. Take care of yourself.